this, right? All right. From top to the bottom, first Chazip. Chazip has the following response. I should ask next time for people to, what's it called? To attach as well the bench, because I don't remember who would be benched in this instance. And I do think, for the sake of learning from an event organizer standpoint, you should include the bench, because it is a important factor to team making, right? Is who gets benched. Anyways, we have the Krakens on red, which is interesting. Interesting in the sense of very safe. I really hope the Krakens isn't going to be a thing on every team. I would be a little disappointed if that was the case. Okay. Orange, that'd be fun. Not sure if, I mean, it would work more so. I don't know if it would be what they would do, but sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is fun. I like this. This is pretty standard. This is very experimental. It's a couple Krakens. It's just so, I don't know, man. I guess there is no guideline to team making that I give, but that's what I would avoid. If you want to please me for team making, right? If you want to appeal to my taste, then I would not do that. But that's just my opinion. It's the same, like, if I put JoJo, Hannah, Pearl, and Amy in a roster, I don't want to see that team, like, in the draft, because that's not interesting in terms of team making, right? That's just a team that's already happened. You're not making the team, you're just using one of Scott's team making things, essentially. Yeah, Ryan and Elam are some of the tougher picks. They worked well together, actually, which is a fun potential combination. Yeah, the Sign team's interesting. This would be really cool. I think if you replace Derapchu with Mock Swamp, probably in this instance, I would swap Derapchu and Mock Swamp. Actually, hold on. Yeah, that would be great. That would work. Yeah, that works. Mock Swamp here also makes more sense, but I just think the vibe on Sign is a bit more chill, and Derap's very high energy, right? This makes sense to known duos. This chilled here is maybe a little out of place. Actually, maybe a little too much out of place. I don't think that would work entirely. This is a fun team. Not sure if it's very strong, though. I mean, I guess Misty's one of the standout top frags, but you've given this team 5-up as a second frag, which is kind of crazy. And this pink team would be fun. I would love to see Speed Silver on a team with green. That would be interesting. All right. Next. Lifesteal Hermits. Makes sense. Yeah, Fruit's green. Fair enough. Pete and Scott's like a duo people want, right? Because it's never happened or something like that. Or there was something about it that I recall that people said oh, this should happen or something. I don't know exactly the details anymore. Women team, you love to see it. MCC 3, okay, it's just been a long time since they've teamed. Then is probably what I was referring to. This green team would be really refreshing. I will say, I mean, Dutch streamers can be family friendly, but I feel like on average, Dutch streamers are going to be a bit more not family friendly than family friendly. So maybe with Jimmy that would be a bit of a problem, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, we are big fans of swearing. So yeah. Amy with Joel would be a combo for sure. This would be fun though. I think this would be a really interesting combo. This one feels a bit random to me. This feels like Bad is just here because of Antfrost, and he doesn't really. I mean, not that he would clash with Scar or Flip, but I don't think he necessarily meshes well with them. This blue team is really fun, but again, Chilled Chaos probably doesn't really make sense to be on this team. Chilled is one of the more tricky ones, I think, because you should for sure put him with one of the people he knows very well, right? Kara, Shelby, Elena, etc., right? So it's tricky to kind of have him on more experimental teams. MC gonna be fire? Hell yeah. This purple team is really fun. A Lagundo being thrown into the crowd with Tina would be very interesting, but I would love to see that. That'd be cool. And this pink team would not be a pink team, in all honesty, but it is an interesting combination, that's for sure. I do think this would be a very fun experiment. This is going to take a while, by the way. Just a heads up. Alright, here we have Patrick. Whomst made. Yeah, red team makes sense, you know. Hermit and Hermit adjacent combo. Orange team. Solid, and min makes sense. This is roughly what this yellow team is kind of what I would expect, to an extent, from Speed Silver's inclusion, right? Jojo is like the familiar player in this roster for Speed Silver, or at least the most familiar, right? Because they literally played MCC together. Amy, you could easily throw in there because, you know, Speed Silver and AIMZ should know each other from their time playing Rising against each other. And I think Maddie's a pretty safe bet there as well, yeah. I think this works. This is a good yellow team, I like that. Could be a little strong, of course, but I like it conceptually. This Lime team is a pretty solid one too, and a good inclusion of Emerome first appearance, you know, in this draft as well. Hell yeah, and Ryan as well. This would be interesting. I like this green team. That's good. This Aqua team would be really awesome, but again, Chilled Chaos doesn't really fit on the team. The Cyan team works. It's just like a little odd. But, like, it wouldn't be, like, bad. It's just, like, it'd be interesting. That's for sure. I would just... Yeah, I don't even know what I would do there. I think 5-up... Like, he would be fine on the team. I just think that... This trio leans way more, like, trolling than doing well. And I feel like 5-up leans more doing well than trolling, if you get my catch my drift to it. Then again, who would you put there instead? Like, I mean, Ant is always fine, right? But yeah, no, I mean that's not a bad shout, but like it's interesting. Yeah, blue wouldn't really work. I don't think modern day the Simmers trio would happen. Also, it's a repeat team, of course, right? So. Don't forget repeat teams. I am not necessarily the biggest advocate of. W early stream, hell yeah. Purple would be interesting. I don't know if this would also work the best. I just don't think Scott would put himself with like a lifesteal combo, even if SB and 4C are more like chill, right? I just don't think that's his crowd. So I don't think this would happen. And I like pink. Pink is cool. I like that. This is from Prof Pi. Let's see what we got. Hold on. I think red team would be really fun. It's very experimental, though. Good morning. Red is very experimental, in the sense that I think at most everybody knows one other person on the team. Assuming Avid and Mog know each other, at least. I don't know if they know each other, but that would be the connection. I do think this would work. I think Avid's, like, high-energy personality with Sneeg's, like, just, you know, goober energy to an extent, would be really interesting. Okay, orange team, fantastic. I would love to see that. Yellow team, W. Non-mask. You'd love to see non-mask team. So I like that. Lime team makes sense. I would love to see Parker in that type of team. That would be really cool. Green team would be really cool. A little strong maybe, considering fruit berries exists, but you know, it's a little strong. Aqua works is also very strong though. If I'm being very honest, would be interesting though. This team would do really well, I think. Cyan works. Blue team makes sense. Purple team is very good. In terms of skill and in terms of like it would work. It's just like a bit random. It doesn't like. I think everyone on this team knows at most one person. Jeremy doesn't even know anybody on this team, I think, unless he maybe has spoken to Misty. But I don't. Jeremy might know Pyro actually. They might have met. But this would be fine, I guess. Yeah, sure. And then pink team is crazy. Whoa, hold on. Whoa. Pink team is insane. How did I miss this? Whoa. Jesus. Where's the bad player? What happened? Even if Speed Silver bottom frags, he's getting like 25th at the worst. And like, whoa. Crazy. Alright. Pink's probably a weak... Thank you the follow-up shit. What do you mean Pink's a weak team? Pink's crazy. Speed Silver gets 38th? Hell no, not in this roster. What the hell? Pink is not weak. Not that Pink is like... Pink isn't crazy broken either because this Pink team reminds me a lot of that green team that had Cookie God on it. Which seems really strong. But then, you know... Flop Nation. So, I don't know. This one is from Rye. Red team is a little strong, but it would be fun. Orange makes sense. Yellow, I do think a Jeremy... Yellow is really fucking OP, holy shit. But yellow would be fun. I do think a Scott and Jeremy duo would be really interesting for Twitch Rivals EU 2026. I think that'd be a fun combo. I think they would actually have a really good time. Lime is great. Fantastic. Well done. Good. I like Lime is good. Green is also good. This is, I think, almost a returning Block Wars team, right? I think if you put Shadoon on that, that's a Block Wars team, I think. Hi, Abby, what's up? And Jeremy Como's great. I think Anthony Jeremy would also be fun, yeah. Jeremy's a very dedicated practice person. He would try really hard, right, when he plays, so. Ant also would follow suit. Cyan, gas, fire. Sick, awesome. Love that. Aqua works nicely. I think that'd be fun. Blue works. I think that'd be fine. Could be a little strong, but I mean, that's balancing. I guess is second priority, of course. Pink is before purple. Okay, pink would be fine. Ryan there is maybe a little out of place, but Ryan knows Gumi well enough that it might be fine to just kind of have him be the Gumi be the connection person. I was thinking of Ryan being the connection, but no, it's this Ryan knows Gumi because we also have Ryan Crinios. And then yeah, purple works, of course. Vice versa. We have this one. Okay, red. Smant now feels a little out of place. I do think he would mesh, but I just don't think he knows them well enough for it to like be a great combo. Orange would be fun. 5-up Jeremy, of course, makes sense. 5 also knows Link, so that'd be cool. Yellow would be... It's not in frag order, I can tell. Because there's no way we're putting Pizza Hut third frag there. Yeah, it's not... There's no way we're putting Cal... Yeah, okay, no, it's not in frag order. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that'd be an interesting combo. It'd be a little strong, maybe, but that'd be fun. Lime team would be fun. Amy with Green is a combination that would be very peculiar. That's definitely for sure. Green would maybe work. Ant knows chilled, so that works. Aqua here is decent. I think it's a bit of a mismatch, but not bad. It's just like, alright, it's solid. Cyan, pretty safe, right? It works. Literally a repeat trio from some of the other ones we just saw. Blue works, of course. Would be a little bit too strong, but works. Purple team, good. I like that. And this pink team works. I mean, it's strong, but it works. Gamarello, up next. Is this good? Don't know, but I had fun doing it anyway. Pretend I didn't see it send in the wrong... Okay, whatever. Don't worry about sending in the wrong one. It's fine. Red team is a little strong, but I think it'd be funny. So that's cool. Orange team is cool, of course, makes sense. This Fruit Berries team is a little... I mean, it works. It's just a little random-ish, kind of. This yellow team, I think we've literally seen this, but, cool. Of course, lime cool. Green, would be fun, yeah. This Aqua approach here is interesting. Parker SB makes sense as a duo, of course. Sasha and Gluon makes sense as a duo, of course. But putting them on the same team, as much as it would be fine, is interesting. It is something I wouldn't necessarily expect, to say the least, right? It's something I wouldn't predict necessarily, so that's interesting. This Cyan team is very strong, but would work. Then we have blue over here, which would be a good team that works, and pink makes sense, yeah. Lime team was maybe just leftover players throwing they get on the team. Let's look at lime first. Yeah, I can tell. That makes, yeah. It's a little random. And also very strong. Red makes sense. Orange would be odd. Ryan Kernios with Grian is a combination that I think would be interesting. For sure. Yellow makes sense. I don't think I should look at every team because some of them are going to be duplicates. So I'll just scan through and see if there's anything notable. Green works. It's a rising team, right? So that works. This is an interesting Cyan combo. I think Pete could get somebody like Dave as a secondary high-end player. And it would be fun. I think, because Pete's been in need of a kind of a buff, right? So. Suns feels a little out of place on Aqua. For the rest, it's fine. Blue, same thing as mentioned. Chilled needs a more cohesive or more like solid person that he knows to team with to make it make sense. Purple would be interesting. It would be very interesting. A full non-mask team, of course, which is good. But it would be interesting. It would be pretty decent as well. But it would be it would be an experience. And then pink works, of course. What do y'all think? Oh my god, the bench is included. This is clutch as hell. W bench inclusion, so I can see that. Chill dad vibes, including Parker. Including Parker, who is like 23 probably? 24 maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's a chill vibe for sure, though. Would be fun. Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna scan through. So fun team, also strong team for Pete. Sure, I mean, it would be a little interesting, I think. Nintendo vibes, I think. Just, I don't know if Chilled knows enough people again. Definitely a lime team. This is definitely... Okay, well, it's definitely a lime team for how I make fun of MCC making cool teams, lime team. Because this should not be on lime. That should be like... I don't even know what it should be. That could be pink. That could easily be pink. Could easily be pink. I'll put it on Cyan. I just think Scar gives off Cyan energy so hard, so. Kratz feels a cool and strong duo. Sure, yeah. Team works. Rising Impulse, they all know each other, I think. Suns is not in Rising, but I do think this would be fine. I think it'd work. Please, Elam join MCC. So true. There's a reason I put Elam on the list. I think Elam would be a really fun MCC player. Even if it's just for pride or like a underdogs, would be probably the best bet. But like, yeah, I would like to see Elam at least give it a shot. I also think, didn't Ryan Higa say he would want to play another one at some point after he played Pride, and then we never seen him? We put Ryan not in, he's on the bench here, but that's why I put him on the list. Because I was like, bro, this guy said he wanted to play, but now he's not. He hasn't played, so I don't know what happened. Blue would be interesting, not odd. It would be interesting. 5-up would mesh with this crowd decently well. It's just very different, right? JoJo plus Chaotic Realm people. Yeah, this would be fun. I would love to see that team. My favorite team. Nice, cool. The bench is reasonable. I'm not mad at it at all. The bench is fine. That makes sense. This is my attempt at the challenge too. I'm going to split up reviewing this in 2 parts, by the way, because this is going to take very long. Because we only went through like 7, and I think there's like 50. Krakens, whatever. This orange team is fantastic. This is a great orange. This is such a block horse team, but it's so sick. I like that a lot. I love this orange team. Fantastic. Good job. Good fucking job. Is it balanced? No, it's probably weak, but like, I love that. I absolutely love that. That's fire. That's actually sick. That's so cool. Yellow, solid. Lime, solid. Green, cool. Cyan, solid. Good. Aqua would be good. Blue, solid. Purple, we've seen this team like 4 times. So it's good, but yeah. And then pink, yeah, good. Goodbye, Jelvin. Good luck with work. All right. Red team works very strong. Orange would be really fun. Yellow makes sense. H-bomb team makes sense. JoJo team makes sense, actually. I think this would be a really fun approach. Lime is very basic team. I think we may have seen this before. Maybe with Michael instead of Ryan or something like that. But we've basically seen this team before. It's Krakens-esque, right? So yeah. Green would be really cool. Would be really fun. You can be harsh. Okay, I will give my proper feedback. Don't worry. Aqua, fun. I like that. Cyan, solid. Would work. Blue would be interesting. I don't really see why this would be a problem. I think it's interesting. And then the Misty team would be fun. I think this would be really fun. The bench, a little interesting. I do think some of the decisions for who to bench and who to include, could be altered, but that's my opinion. We have this one from Nenem. My attempt at the challenge, and the first of all, this is much harder than the previous one. Yes, on purpose, yes. I benched a couple of popular name for good players, but that's mostly because I didn't know them. That's fair. Very well, and wanted to keep a reasonable balance and cohesion. I also tried to make some more well-rounded teams because I feel like there are too little of them in MCC. Well-rounded, I assume, being no distinctive top or bottom frag, is what I assume that means. All right, from the top. Please, Scott Major, give me this team, and my life is yours. Let me actually see really quick the rest of the teams for the rough balancing. Okay. Fruit Berries is very good. So careful with giving him Green and Jimmy. I mean, Green and Jimmy isn't like super busted or anything, right? But solid players. Team, though, really fun. Fruit and Skiz combo is cool. Fruit and Green, of course, is cool. Jimmy works very well there. Fantastic team. Survival MC Pioneers, this would be a fun combination. Definitely a very different Filza team. Right? It's more oriented around what he does in his content rather than who he's like frequently associated with. But I do think this could work. It feels a little bit random. I think the way you would solve this is probably by substituting Fwip. We actually have the list. For like a Cub fan, I think would maybe make that a little bit more cohesive, because that's just somebody who I think Phil's number one already teamed with in the past, and also Cub fan, of course, works with the squad there. That's my take on that, though. I think that's the main takeaway for that one. So yeah. OMG, so loud. This would be, yes, would be a loud team, but a very fun one. This is also very block horse. I think it's because of Emerom. Emerom's just such a token block horse player. I think Emerom's also a really fun person to have in events. That's why, again, there's a reason I include certain people for these drafts, because I kind of also want to push their name out there for like, hey, awareness. These are fun people. Put them in your draft. It's cool. They're cool people to consider as well. Well, not that Scott would look at this, but regardless. I think Emeron would be a fantastic MCC addition. I think she'd actually play as well pretty regularly. And another person who isn't particularly really strong for Minecraft either, right? Either way. This team would be pretty loud. In terms of the cohesion, Emeron, I think, only knows Ant here, if I remember correctly. I don't know if Emeron doesn't know Tina, I think. Maybe he knows Gumi. Actually, no, they team in Block Wars, so they know each other. Yeah, that would work. That's fine. That's fine. It works. They will revolt if SOT isn't played. This would be a fun team. I like this. Girls, girls, girls. Hell yeah. Maybe a little underbalanced. Yeah, just a bit underbalanced. Could you fix that? If you want to make it a full women team, no, right? No. You'd have to put Gumi on there instead of probably Maddie. But then to find a connection piece on Ant's team would be trickier because 5-up is too strong, right? So I guess Sneak would be your best bet there then if you were to substitute someone in, but even that's like, yeah. I understand the choice there. Finally, a Pete team that doesn't get absolutely cooked in PvP. Dave Kratzy here to save the day. This is a solid team, honestly. Yeah, I think Pete and Gluon is a combo that I think would be really refreshing. I think Mythical Sausage also works well with that vibe. Dave is more on the chill side, of course. Most of these guys are more on the chill side, but I think like Mythical Sausage, Dr. Gluon, and Pete are like chill, but occasionally have high energy moments. I think Dave is pretty much just like chill throughout the entirety of events, which is fine, of course. Nothing like wrong about that. I'm just saying, like, in terms of overall experience, that could be like a thing to consider, but for us, it's solid team. Chill dudes for Aqua, and that is indeed a chill dudes team. Very strong though, very strong. The reason in being, as much as like Parker hasn't played MCC before, and 4C only played once, 4C is well experienced enough at events that I think he would get, he would hover around 10th, whether it is like slightly sneaking into the top 10, whether it's like 9th or 8th or something, or like 15th-ish, but he would hover around that range, I think. Parker mechanically is better than 4C, but would get knowledge diffed, so he would probably be the second frag, if I had to guess. Depending on the game roster, of course, right? But he would be also around the 15th-ish to 10th range, maybe. Could sneak maybe a little lower, depending on the games. Smant, we've seen before, should get like 20 to 25, and Laguno should be the third frag. So this team's bottom frag should get like 25th to 30th at the lowest, and they might have 3 people top half, which is pretty good. I mean, that was the goal to an extent, right? But yeah. Couldn't find a good fourth frag, and both wanted to do with Parker 4C and Parker Samantha, so just made them a trio. Yeah, no. This trio is fine. You would just need to find again, think of the call. Cub fan could have been a decent bottom frag over Laguno here to make it more balanced. I actually think that's just the person you would put there, right? Or the person I would put there in this instance. Impulse, I think, would be fun. I don't think he'd fit, but he would be fun. Or you grab somebody from a different team, of course. But yeah, no, this is a good combo. It's just not balanced, in my opinion. But that's chill. Pride Woo. We're seeing a lot of Misty, Scott, and Sons together, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. But this is definitely the most repetitive thing we've seen on these drafts. I think Avid and Misty would be so fun. I genuinely think that would be a really... Next Pride, put them on the same team. Unless, like, Gem and Cleo are available, then give Misty them, because I think Misty with them would be also really good. But Avid is like so high energy. I think this would be a really fun combination. All round team. Yeah, I mean, it would be fine. I think it could be a little bit awkward because Jordan only knows Ryan here, right? I don't think Jordan's opposed to teaming with people he doesn't know as much and whatnot, but I think giving him two people he doesn't really know much and not necessarily two people that are of his vibe is a little risky. But for the rest, I think it's solid, like fine. I mean, like it's not a like bad or anything. I just think it could be a little awkward. So yeah. And then OMG even louder. I mean, this pink team weak but really fun. A realm team is always safe. I think a realm team is like the most safe thing you could do, and it's good. So overall, I think this is a solid draft. I already gave my feedback right, so yeah. Had to change some of my initial plans because there was always a team that felt a bit odd/weak. I think I'm happy with this lineup. Let's take Luke. Red, fun. Yeah, I like it. Orange, great team. I like that. Yellow, great team. I like that. Lime would work. Bit of an interesting combo, but it would work. It's fine. Green, banger. I want to see Smant on a team with green and fruit. This is just the team that I want as well. This is fire. That's awesome. Cyan would work. I think, like, I mean, I already mentioned, I think JoJo 5-up together could clash a little bit in terms of leadership. I think they're both people that would want to be the team lead. I think that could be a bit of a clash, but I don't think, like, vibes-wise, this would be, like, a bad team at all. I think that'd be fine. Aqua team works. Blue team works. Purple team would probably work. It's an interesting combination. Ryan, Higa, and Laguno is definitely a combo I would not expect, but H-Bomb does kind of glue them together quite nicely. And then this pink team is really fun. Jordan maybe wouldn't have the best time considering the amount of swearing and screaming and whatever, but he knows Toby, he knows Phil, he probably knows Tina. I think it'd be alright. So this is a good draft. I like this. Next up, Krakens, of course. I already gave my take on that. Orange is weak. The Rapture there is also not really, I think, the best fit. I think. I don't know if the Rapture would mesh the best with Impulse and Skiz. Energy-wise, Skiz and the Rapture could match, but be a little much maybe. Yellow is fun. I like yellow. Tina, probably a little out of place. Isn't Purple doing MCC? I mean, I'm sure Purple is signing up for the next MCC. I just didn't put him in this draft. These are not like real teams, by the way. These are fake teams. But yeah. You had H instead of 5, but I wanted that Purple team. You did this one, okay. H instead of 5-up. Here makes sense, yeah. But you wanted purple, yeah, that's valid. I think 5-up here honestly ties this together a bit more. 5-up knows Laguno and Ryan probably better than H does, but I think this is fine. I think 5-up nowadays is also better than H, if I'm being very honest. Skill wise, in my opinion at least. Okay, continuing forward. Yeah, I think yellow team is Tina. There's a bit out of place. For the rest, it's cool. I mean, it's a repeat trio, right? So that works. Lime, energy-wise, works. Connections-wise, I think H and Chilled probably know each other. Chilled should probably know Pete too, so it would probably be fine. Assuming connections-wise it's good enough, this is a banger. I think this would be really fun. Green wouldn't work because I mean I don't know if Zeus and Sasha are gonna be on the same team, but I assume no, so probably wouldn't work. Cyan is fun. This would be a fun team. Definitely a very very interesting team. I think it would be really fun. This could be like a great Pride team because it's probably it might be a little strong for Pride, but it's relatively balanced, at least close enough. Aqua team would be really fun. I like that. I think that's a good combo. Blue is very strong, but the combo is interesting. I like that. Five of Ensmant would be so interesting because they're so smart, right? Such as this Giga Brain, like five head as team. The Five of Ensmant are too smart, man. They would crush like team games and strategy and whatever. Like they would just do great. Purple, really fun. I like that. And pink works, of course. Pink works. Balancing isn't like the best, but team combination wise, it's cool. King Scorcher. Red would be fine. Orange would be really fun. Yellow works. It's interesting. Full women team, of course. I like that. Lime would be fun. Zeus maybe a little out of place, but it wouldn't be like a problem. Green, good. I like that. Aqua works. I like that. Cyan, interesting. I think it'd be fine. It would be interesting. Blue, of course, works. Purple, relatively safe, but works. Pink should work. It's a bit of an interesting combination. I like it, though. I like this experimentation. This is very interesting, but it's very, very thin level of it works, right? So Chilled here because of... Well, Chilled, of course, knows Scott. Should probably know Jordan. Clown knows Scott and Jordan, but would be a newcomer as a top frag, which would be a little unreliable, probably. I even think Clown could second frag below Scott on this team, if I'm being honest. But it depends, I guess. But I like the idea, though. Lag. Oh, picture of the monitor. Hold on. Red would be a bit of a mismatch, I think. I don't know if the Rapture knows anybody on that team. Pete and Gumi, I don't know if that would work as a combo. Bad only there because of Gumi. I mean, Bad and Darapchu might know each other because of the realm. But interesting. Orange, of course, works. Aren't Pete and Gumi? They have not been together for a while, I think. Unless I don't know. I don't think they've been together for a while. Yellow is a bit of a random combo, but it wouldn't be like bad. It'd be alright. Lime, great team. Green actually works really well, I think. The green would be really cool. It's a very different approach, but it should work because Clown and Pyro knew each other really well, so that should be an interesting combination. I like that. Cyan would be really interesting. I like that. Aqua, fun team. I like that too. Blue, Simmers probably doesn't work as a full trio. Speed Silver as a top frag there is not reliable enough, I think. But I like the approach. Low factor. Purple, really fun team. Purple would be a great team in terms of chemistry. It's a little strong probably, but I like it. I like it. And pink is cool. I like pink. Again, chilled chaos thing, but I've already said it. So I don't want to repeat my feedback every single time. I low-key think I ate heavy with this. This is from Mud Crip. Mud Crip is an active event community member, right? So we shall be strict. They even added a watermark. Red team works really well, of course. That banger. Orange, banger. Yellow should work. It's interesting combination. Lime is a little random. Darapchu might not know anybody on this team. I don't even know if Darapchu knows Misty. Maybe he knows Zeus because of being Australian. But Lime is a little bit random. I don't think it'd be a bad team though. I think it would work, like vibes wise. I just don't know if this would make sense. So you're like 2.5 for 4 so far. Because this one is fine, but it's not like a straight banger or anything. It's like, yeah, this probably works. Alright. Green, fantastic. Cyan should be pretty good. I think this should work. Soul strong, but it's fun. Aqua, really good team. Blue, assuming chilled works there, it's fun. So this is a great one here. Great one here. Very nice. Purple, good team. Pink, solid. Is a little crazy in terms of balancing. Pink would win for guaranteed. Like, pink is crazy. Will this be a VOD? On the third channel, maybe, yeah. So I would say you are, so this is a fun combo, but it's way too strong, so you can't count that. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5, 6, 7, 7.5. There you go, 7.5 for Mud Grip. This is something I don't know the skill level of, so I improvised anyway. Purple and pink would be so hype. All right, let's see. Red, decent. Orange, really fun. Phil's a team, interesting. Jeremy's a bit out of place there, maybe. What's the scoring? I just scored Mudcrip because Mudcrip is a renowned event person. So, and they said that they cooked, so I was being extra attentive of the scoring. Yellow would be a little, or yeah, the Dave team is a little random. The 5-up team here would be fine. Green team is good. Aqua team is good. Cyan is good. A little strong, but it's good. Blue team, or Pete's team here, is great. And Misty's team would be really fun. So, pretty solid. Pretty good draft. Really happy with these teams, especially Red as a speedrunner, HVGX Hermit team, and Cyan as a Lifesteal Realm POW server team. Hold on. Custom graphic? Holy moly. Oh, wait, no, this is from the... It's still a custom graphic, but this is from the sheet, I assume, right? Because it uses old profile pictures. Red... good. I like red. Yes, good. Orange, good. Yellow should be... Actually, yellow is a really interesting approach. I think that works. It's very nice. Lime, really fun. Green, great team. Cyan, good. I like that. Aqua, good. Blue, good. Purple, good. Pink, probably good. That one's a little thin in terms of if it works, but this probably is one of the better drafts we've seen. This is probably one of the better drafts we've seen. This is a really good one. This is a really good one. Good job. Good job. However you pronounce that. Good job. W draft. Red Frog up next. Red team would be really fun. Orange would work, yeah, cool. JoJo team, great, especially with JoJo recently becoming a Lifesteal member. This is obviously before that happened, but banger, good. H-Bomb team, good, like that. Misty's team, great. Green, solid. Joel team, a little random, but it would be fine. Then Fruitberry team would be fine. It's maybe not the most cohesive, but it's solid. This Wallybird team is fun. I really like that. And this pink team, banger. Hello from Bhutan. Ah, hello. Pangy 2025. Is he going for president? Isn't Bad Boy Halo? Yeah, this is Bad Boy Halo. My second try of the challenge. Oh, we're getting multiple submissions in. Discord roll. Let me forward. Hold on. I will forward it to the staff. I don't know if there's any. Oh, I can't do this here. Hello. Let me do this real quick. I can't show the thingy. So we're at vice versus second one. Let me just put that forward, and then we go back. Okay, we're good. Bing. So you had 60K and didn't realize. Ah, valid. Okay. Yeah, we'll give it a quick scan. Small duo plus imp and skiz, fair. Orange, I'm not so sure. It should be fine though. That works. Forcing Jimmy to feel like a fun duo. Pete to buff the team a bit and shield chaos energy. Shield there doesn't really make sense, I think, but for the rest it's cool. Fruit and Grain duo. Grain and Scar duo. AMZ vibes imbalanced. Alright, yeah. Sure. Green feels like vibes. Sure. Cyan, Karate Synchronous Duo almost simmers. Almost simmers? There's one simmer. Huh? Okay. Aqua, Scott, and Shovel Duo vibes. Good team. W team. Blue, Clan, and Cub teamed in PB. Lifesteal vibes. Yeah? This is a very strong team, though. Holy moly. Yeah, JoJo being in Lifesteal is great. I'm really happy for her. I think it's a really refreshing ad. Misty plus Mog, Pride Duo vibes. Solid team. And then Pink. Old people kind. Okay, wow. Wolfie Challenge 2. By Winterbat. I think they confused Ryguy with the Simmer, yeah. Where do I find the Discord link? Exclamation point Discord probably should lead you to it. Should be a command in chat if you do exclamation point to Discord. There you go. Red would be interesting. Sneak plus green would be a combo for sure. Orange, fun. Strong, but fun. This Wally team's decent. This Antfrost team is a little interesting. I don't know if Tina works the best here, but it's interesting. This team is a little random, but it would not be a problem. I think it's fine. This green team, again, is a little random, but it probably would be fine. I like this Aqua team, it's good. This Cyan team would probably work. It's a little thin in terms of working, considering the connections and crossovers and commonalities in terms of people teaming with each other, but it should be fine. Blue, non-mask, beautiful. Or women team, rather, even. Beautiful, nice. Balanced, too, so it works. And then this Parker team, fun. JoJo and Lifesteal opens up more team-making opportunities, to be honest. For Block Wars, yes. For MCC, it's not relevant, really, because the people from Lifesteal that are in MCC are some of the most well-connected people in the event. So, yeah. Anyways. Misty made a submission. I already reviewed Misty's in a friend server. But to showcase, Red Team, Tina here, maybe not the best fit, but I like the idea, and conceptually it's cool. I like it. Orange, fantastic. Yellow Team, really fun. Lime Team, a little thin in terms of it making sense. It feels like it revolves around Sneak, I think, is like the main one, right? I think Ryan knows maybe Ant and maybe Sneak. Clown knows Sneak and maybe Ant. Ant knows Sneak and maybe the other two. But yeah, like that's like a maybe. Waiting for that Feinberg and Ryga duo? Maybe. That'd be a good second frag for Feinberg. This green team, fire. This Fruit Berries team, not sure if it works, but I like it conceptually. This would be a really fun POV. This Aqua team with Parker works nicely. This CPK team works. This 4C team, cool. And this JoJo team, solid. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Give it a challenge a go. Didn't know if I cooked or if I crashed and burned. Any feedback is appreciated. I shall give feedback. Has Green played Block Wars before? Nope, he is not. I don't think any of the player managers for Block Wars know Grian, so there's not even really a chance for us to ask. I would be open to it, though. I think it'd be really fun to see Grian give Block Wars a go, because of how different Block Wars is in terms of vibes, right, compared to MCC. It's a lot more, like, let loose. So, yeah, that'd be interesting. Red team, good. Orange team, Shield Chaos, debatable if he makes sense, but for the rest, good. Yellow, solid. Lime, solid. Should work pretty well. Green team, good. Cyan team, good. Aqua team, interesting. Should be good. Blue team, a little strong, but it's cool. I like that. Purple team, fun. Very, very solid, of course, because 4C and JoJo, or sorry, Misty and JoJo is very good. And pink should be fine. Aqua team is 3/4 of red MCC 32. Yes, instead of Wally, you'd have Ranboo, right? Manager Green Orb would be very funny. I agree. That would be very interesting. Challenge 2 from... okay, let's see. Chilled on red. Debatable if that makes sense. Suns as well. I don't know. This one feels like it doesn't really work the best. Just not sure if people know each other, so I'm not sure if this would be a combo that works. Orange, interesting. It's interesting combination. It feels like two duos on the same team though, and like not necessarily like. Not that it would be like a clash or anything. I just think it's like, I don't know if it's very cohesive. JoJo's team here, very strong, but it would be interesting. Pyro and Captain Sparkles is definitely a combination. I don't know if that would work. I think energy-wise they would mesh, but Pyro is Australian. So Aussies are not very good at not swearing. The Wally Bear team here, fun. I think this would be a really fun team. Is Pyro that MPG? Yes. Yes, he is. Yes. Lime, of course, good team. This is almost a repeat team. Yeah, almost a repeat team. Green, cool. I like that one. Aqua, bad is only really there because of Ants. Remove bad for somebody else, and it's a great team, right? The Cyan team would be really fun. It revolves almost entirely around. No, never mind. I thought it revolved around 5-up because of Toby and Ryan, but 4C knows Toby, and Toby and Ryan probably know each other, so that's fine. Fruitberry's team, good. Pink team, that's a little too crazy. He's on Cowboys MP with PG people. Yeah, but in something like an SMP, it's a bit easier to watch your language than when you're in a event with a lot of reactionary moments, right? That's the difference. Also, on an SMP, you're in character, which makes it even easier. Whereas in an event, you're just yourself. I made pink team for the copium. This pink team is a little crazy, yeah. I mean, if we want to make Pete have a good team, then that helps, for sure. Wow. Alright, next up, by Aaron. My attempt at challenge 2 focused on creating combos that haven't happened before or happen infrequently but would vibe well together. Pretty happy with the result. I like the initial approach. Let's see how it turned out. Red team, cool team. I like that. Orange would probably work. I like that too. It's fun. Yellow, fun. Yeah. Well, maybe a little strong, but fun. Lime team, interesting. I don't know if it's like cohesive fully, but I think Skiz is the main one I'm looking at there for, like, he would vibe well. I just don't know if he knows enough people on the team for it to make sense, but yeah, solid. Green, fun. Samantha may be slightly out of place, but fun. Cyan, cool. Aqua, solid. Do we post these? What channel do we post these in? Because yours in media. Put it in the event Yap channel. It's an event Yap. There's a channel for that. It's at the bottom of the like general category or like the chatting category in the Discord. Same channel that like general and all that is in. Blue would be really fun. Pyro and Sneak and Pyro and Pete and Emerum as well. I think Pyro and Emerum have teamed in Block Wars. But Pyro and Pete would be a fun combo. I like that. Purple team, fun. I like that. And then pink, of course. Makes sense. My challenge submission, half of these are pairings proven to work well, and half of it are just people I want to team. Let's see. I think after this one, we're going to take a slight break from reviewing teams, because it's been like an hour almost. Give it a follow. Red team, solid. Works. Orange, good. This Clown Pierce team should be fine, because of, Realm combo bad works. Joel team, maybe a little weak, but of course Hermit team makes sense. Lime's a little random. Wally there maybe feels a little out of place, but solid. Hello, Debbie. Fruitberry's team, strong. Also not sure if Zeus and Sasha works. Wow, Aqua Team wins. That is ridiculous. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Life of the Hermits in Pride 24? Yeah, but green is different. WC Shriek. Yeah, this Aqua Team is really, really OP. Like, really, really OP. I think all of these players would just get top 10. Cyan, fun, chilled, same comment I've given to everyone else. Scott's team is weak, but it's fun. And this pink team would be decent. Decent. Be back, welcome back. Okay. I'm gonna keep this one open. And we go speedrun